a privilege to be here in Montreal. I've had the honor of traveling all over the world to do comedy. I was in Aarhus, Denmark, a couple of years ago, where I was heckled in a way I'd never been heckled before. A man got up in the middle of my show and he yelled out, "Hey, go back to America," which was incredible. Because I've been told to go back to so many countries and never to America. I've been told to go back to Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, whatever country my nation is bombing. I'm told to go back there at like the worst time to go back. It's nice to hear America finally. Traveled all over the world. I love it. It's a privilege to travel all over the world, but I don't really like the long lines and bureaucracy of immigration and customs. Apparently Australia is the worst, because Australia is so far from the rest of the planet, they're really strict about you not bringing in plants or fruit into their country, because they're worried if foreign bodies enter Australia, they'll kill people and destroy the environment, which is a very fair point, because if you ask the Aborigines, they would tell you that sometimes foreign bodies enter Australia, kill people, destroy the environment. For those of you who didn't know, the theme of my set tonight will be colonialism, which is why I will be speaking only in English. So that is for you, Montreal. That is for you. Yes. Merci beaucoup. Merci. Merci beaucoup. I'm pandering to you right now. I was in a bowling alley recently. I saw a man praying to his bowling ball. It's an adult human being praying to God for bowling help. Please, God, give me this moment of glory. Please, God, in your name, give me this moment of strength. No, man. God is not going to help you bowl, okay? I think God has more important things to do than help you bowl. And then I started thinking about how messed up the world is. Maybe God does have time. Because haven't you ever had a long list of things to do for the day, and you only pick the easy things to do first? Maybe that's what God is doing. Genocide, poverty, war. I'm gonna get that 7-10 split. Yeah. You're welcome, Buffalo. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. It's interesting how people say terrible things in the name of God. And you hear it all, especially among gay rights in America. You hear this all the time. Homosexuality is an abomination. It's an abomination to God. It's not natural. It's not natural. First of all, of course it's natural, right? People get hard, people get wet. This isn't complicated, everybody. When I had my first erection at 10, I wasn't thinking about how natural it was, right? The only thing I was thinking is, oh my God, I've been stung, somebody help. It's very straightforward. It wasn't like there was a beam of like, God's will, my flesh will grow. Where's the harp? It wasn't beautiful. And why are we even worried about what's natural? What do we do that is natural? Airplanes? We're not supposed to fly, remember? What's a bigger abomination to God than an airplane? That's basically like, F you, God. Look what we can do. We can fit 100 people in here. Can you fit 100 people in a bird, God? Can you watch a movie in a bird? Can you piss in a bird, God? It looks like Hillary Clinton's going to be running for the US presidency in 2016, which is very exciting. The possibility of our first female president in America, very exciting. It's very nice, right? And it's historic, too. We would have our first female president after our first black president after hundreds of years of white male presidents, right? Which just goes to show you that George W. Bush was rock bottom, right? That's basically what that means. Now, regardless of who wins in 2016, I just want to hear my liberal friends tell me that they're moving to Canada. Because I've heard this for years now. If Bush wins, I'm moving to Canada. If we go to war in Iraq, I'm moving to Canada. If Bush wins again, I'm moving to Canada. You're not moving to Canada. Nobody's moving to Canada. So I think you all know this. Canada does not have a special visa for American liberal cowards, right? That's not how the immigration system works. What, you think you're gonna get in on refugee status? That's not how the refugee system works. You have to prove to a judge that you've been persecuted and that your government wasn't there to protect you. As an American liberal coward, how are you gonna prove that? You don't know what we've been through, man. It's practically Somalia down there, okay? Rush Limbaugh's an idiot. And they put high fructose corn syrup in everything. And my God, nobody composts. They're killing us. Slowly, but they're killing us. And also, I think you all know this, Canada is not even that great. It's not even that great. No, you're not, no, come on, no merci beaucoup. You're not that great, all right? You're not that great. You killed a bunch of indigenous people to steal this land, too. Also, Stephen Harper, your prime minister's a dick. He's like, oh, now you cheer. 3 seconds ago, there was blind patriotism, boo. What facts? Oh, facts complicates it. He's rolling back all your social welfare programs, the things that apparently made Canada great. He made a comment a couple of years ago where he said, the biggest threat to Canada is Islamicist terrorism. First of all, Canada, we've been unfairly blaming Muslims for 12 years now. Way to finally catch up, right? Secondly, terrorists don't give a shit about Canada. What are you talking about? No terrorist is like New York, then Ottawa? No! Calm down, Robin. This is about Batman. What are you talking about? And the only reason why people think Canada is so great is that the US happens to be the biggest asshole in the world, so in comparison, you all look good. It's like being in high school, right? And there's a dude that shoves you against your locker and keeps punching you in the face repeatedly, right? Then his friend shows up and starts laughing at you in the face, right? And as the two of them walk away, the friend turns around and says, dude, I'm so sorry about him. That's Canada. That's Canada. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
What up, sluts? Okay. All right, that's the sex negative side of the room. Okay. My bad. I didn't know I was performing at the Republican National Convention. I didn't hear the Grindr notifications going off, so, that's why. It's cool. I'm up, I'm up in Canada. It's pretty fun. I'm doing my Underground Railroad practice. Black people are calling this one Harriet Tubman's Revenge, Yeah, if shit keeps going like that down there, you're gonna see a lot of us. You will have to admit how universal that healthcare really is. Yeah, you will. I'm gonna do some jokes that might be illegal in 2 weeks. Is that cool? All right. One of you has to hide me in your sex dungeons, okay? When the Gestapo comes. Thank you. No, I had a feeling that Kamala Harris was gonna lose. Yeah, I'm talking about it. I did. Because of how quickly they left misinformation and went straight to slut-shaming that lady on American media, right? It was straight slut-shaming. It was a lot of, Kamala Harris, there was this judge she slept with to get her first job as a prosecutor, blah, blah, blah. Whether you believe it or not, doesn't matter. My question for you is this, okay? If your pussy could make you president, wouldn't you try? You wouldn't try a little bit? If you say no, you a fucking liar, okay? Either that or your pussy doesn't have presidential gravitas, okay? Say that shit, all right? Your pussy don't be drone striking like that, okay? Your pum pum bring life. Hers can take it away. Hers can take it away, all right? Your pussy can't destabilize small governments. Myanmar is safe with your pussy in charge, bitch. And you see how the Republicans not laughing? Is it because you don't know where Myanmar is? It's okay. With the new Department of Education, you will never need to know again. All right? Never. They got that lady from the WWE in charge of children's education. With the new Department of Education, teachers shoot back at the school shooter. That's what happens. And it's wild that they tried to change the rules when there was a black woman who could be president, right? Because America, being a slut and being president go together like this. They really do. It's a historical fact. We had Bill and Hillary, remember them? They were the ones that you know from that couple's account on Tinder, You go on that couple's account on Tinder, it's Shrek and Fiona in that bitch, looking for a unicorn every time. And you're like, bitch, you gonna find a donkey. Like, that's not what's on here. We had JFK. JFK's side bitch was singing him happy birthday on black and white TV in front of his wife. Like, that's American history. It was one of the first broadcasts. Marilyn Monroe, we made her famous, right? We've had all types of presidential sluts, dude. George Washington didn't have teeth. You could call him the superhead of state, like, All types. And some of you are a little skittish. You're like, oh, great. Look, they've burnt the books. This is history now. I don't care. You can't confirm. I've been trying to stay happy, though, even though the jokes don't feel like it. I have. Last time I was happy for real was during the Olympics, right? That summer felt like Pokemon Go summer. It really did. That one time we really were feeling like, oh my God, world peace, we could do it, right? Until I was watching the Olympics, I was having fun until that white lady from Australia started breakdancing. You remember Ray Gun? It was nuts to watch her breakdancing, and I just thought about it. America couldn't send nobody to represent us in breakdancing? We invented the sport. Even North America, I'm putting it on some of y'all Canadians, man. I know there's somebody on the metro right now that's dancing, right? Exactly. You could have sent any of them, but y'all didn't. Okay, we left that white lady to feel like she could represent a hip hop sport. And white people, while I have you all here, I didn't know. No, seriously, while I have you all here, did you know his name was pronounced Bon Iver? You don't want to know what I've been calling Bjork. You don't. No, but for real, while I have you here, I don't think that horses wanted to do all that in the Olympics. They just didn't. Okay? Seabiscuit didn't want to be dancing in braids. Like, that's just, why y'all got them doing that? They don't want to do that. Okay? All types of sports in the Olympics. I didn't even know shooting was a sport, which is crazy, right? Until that one sexy Asian lesbian from Korea came, like, with the optometrist glasses. No, she was great. She was amazing. And then there was one, like, Turkish uncle. He had a t-shirt on with barbecue stains on it and shit. And he just came out and won a fucking bronze medal, right? America couldn't send nobody to represent us in shooting? We couldn't send nobody from the Bronx, nobody from Scarborough, nobody from anywhere to represent us in shooting? Was the NYPD busy? Anyways, thank you so much. My name is Grace Johnson.
Friends, it is so nice to see you. Legit, I am so excited right now because the airline lost my bags. This is just real talk. This isn't stand-up material. The airlines lost my bags for 4 days. And yeah, I'm an adult, I have money, I could have solved that problem, could have bought clothes, but I just wore the same clothes for 4 days. Because I'm an American, I was here in Canada, I don't know my sizes in Celsius, so... Plus, I don't know, like, which of your Canadian stores sell, like, the lesbian clothes. Do you know what I mean? No, like, I went over to Beaver Tails, but that's not what that is. That is such a good and specific joke. I really wanted to nail that. That was important to me as an American to come up here and respect your culture, and I think I've done that. No, I am an American, and I just want to say, and this is kind of a risk, like saying this to you, it's kind of a risk being open about this, because like, I'm sure I know how you feel right now, but like for me, this is just me, like I feel like every day of the current administration in my country is a living nightmare. This is just me, yeah. This is just me. It's just me, it's just how I feel. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I had to like narrow it down, what I don't like is like, I don't like that he's bad at everything. You know what I mean? If I had to like pick one thing, it would be everything. Like, I just don't like that he has no skills. When he was running, there were a lot of people that said, why don't we put a business person in the White House? Do you remember that? Do you remember hearing that? I know you do, because you watch our primaries here. We don't watch any of your shit. It's true, I was in Canada during the primary debates, and you were doing coverage and commentary on the primary Anyway, look, I get it, everything's perfect up here. Your money's plasticized. It doesn't matter. Look, I'm not an omniscient God, despite how you may worship me. I don't know everything that's good in the world. I don't think we should put a business person in the White House. I think it should be a politician. But if we ever try this experiment again in the future, could we use somebody who's actually good at business? That'd be nice. Instead of somebody who literally bankrupts casinos, which is impossible. How did he do it? You can't. A casino is a vacuum for money. How did he do it? He just forgot to plug the hose in. The cash was shooting out the back. How? He's a supervillain. He lives in a tower. Who lives in a tower? Every word out of his mouth is something I would punish a child for saying. Wow, Canada, I'm your hero. That is my time. I am so glad that I had this outfit to wear for you tonight. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Cameron Esposito. Please enjoy the rest of your night.
I live in New York, and it was weird watching COVID in New York City. You know what I mean? Because New York City is the dirtiest place in the world, right? And then COVID hit, and we were like, we gotta clean up the city. We gotta sanitize the poles of the subway. There's been booty juice on the subway for centuries. Nobody gave a f. Nobody cared, dog. You know? You can see it on the subway. You're just like, oh, there go the booty juice right there. Almost stepped in it, you know? Now we care. It's hypocritical, man. It's hypocritical. It's wild. And there's other New Yorkers try to police each other about COVID, you know? We're all eating ass. We're all dirty animals, you know? Walk past a bridge, some dude cross under the bridge, like, hey, yo, put your mask over your nose. What are you doing, you know? He's just like, sorry, troll, man. I didn't see you there. Like, I was on the train like a week ago, and there was this guy on the train. He was jacking off. You know how the train is. You know how it is. Yeah. You walk to the train, it's just a dude jacking. He's like, welcome to the train. Welcome. Sit down, stop being weird. You've seen it before, you know? You're just like, you're right, I'm being weird. I'm up. You're doing what you're supposed to do in New York City. I get it, you know? This dude was jacking off on the train, as he should be, you know? But there was another guy on the train who didn't have a mask on who started coughing out loud. Started coughing out loud with no mask on, which I don't know if you know is illegal now. You can't do that anymore. You just might as well die. But yeah, this dude was coughing, and the dude who was jacking off saw this dude coughing. And he was like, hey, yo! What are you doing, man? It's the wildest shit I've ever seen. I didn't know whose side I was on, you know, like it's a weird feeling to agree with a dude with his dick out, you know? Like, I was like, he's right. Matter of fact, let me help you out there, sir. You deserve a nut bust. It was, the funniest thing he said is he looked around, he was like, yo, these niggas is nasty out here, am I right? Oh, man, yeah. I love riding the train in New York City. I do. I love running into crazy people on the train. I love it. Because in New York, it doesn't matter how crazy they are, they're always New Yorkers. You know what I mean? Like, they'll be doing crazy shit like, wow, let me get some cheese or something like that, you know? But then they get to their stop, and they're like, oh, shit, is that 42nd Street? And then they get off. And you're like, wait a minute, dog, you got somewhere to be right now? Like, you was just asking for cheese with no shoes on. Where the could you possibly be going, you know? And he's like, oh, shit, I gotta go be crazy on the F train. I gotta get out of here. I love the idea of that, too. A dude just busted into a train cart, just being like, sorry I'm late, everybody. Sorry I'm late. I will get to my corner and jack off as scheduled. I'm sorry I'm moving already. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a fun city. I'm originally from Chicago. Anybody from Chicago? Nice. I always ask, because I used to rob houses in Chicago, so, you know, just making sure there's no victims. But yeah, I'm trying to be a better person, man, trying to grow up. All my friends are trying to grow up too, and I'm young and I'm black, so statistically that means all my friends growing up were aspiring rappers. And we're reaching our 30s, so I get to see them like give up on their rap careers, which has been hilarious. One of my friends, he had to give up his rap career because he had a baby, and his girlfriend was like, yo, you gotta cut this rap shit out, help me raise this little girl at home. And he was like, fine, you know. He called me sad about it. He was like, yeah, had to give up the rap game. And I was like, probably for the best, you know. And he goes, yeah, sometimes it's not about the life you chose, not about the money or the hoes. I was like, are you rapping right now? You gotta hang this shit up, dog. You can't just be Dr. Seussing your way through life, you know. He was like, I'll never quit. This is crazy. I'm from a rough neighborhood, though. I am. And, like, everybody in my neighborhood is trying to be progressive now. Everybody's changing, you know, but it's happening fast. Like, I saw a crackhead recycle when I was back home, you know? Like, he had a glass crack pipe in his hand, and it broke, and he was about to throw it in the trash, and he was like, no. This is glass, you know? And he found a glass recycling container, and he put it in there, and it blew my mind. Crackhead recycling, and he looked at me, he was like, can't smoke crack in a world that doesn't exist. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, crazy. I was like, I've never had this much clarity in my life, dog. I was like, let me smoke some of that crack you smoking. Let me get some of that. Yeah, man, trying to be a good person. Sometimes I use things for like my moral guidance. You know, you try to latch on to things. Some people like listen to podcasts, people join groups. I don't know. I used to believe in religion. You guys, anybody religious in here? A couple people. All right, nice. That makes sense. That makes sense for Montreal. That makes sense. Everybody else is like, we're going to hell, dog. Yeah, no, I used to believe, I just didn't find it relatable. You know what I mean? Like, cause we always got these stories in church about little perfect baby Jesus in the manger. He never shit, he never peed or threw up on anybody. He was just a perfect baby, you know? And we fast forward to 33-year-old perfect Jesus giving people advice that nobody asked for, you know? We never got those in between years, those up Jesus years, you know what I mean? We never got like DUI Jesus, you know? Where they're like, Jesus, you can't drive. He's like, you don't know me, motherfucker, you know? Know who my dad is? Like, we never got that. Never got teenage Jesus coming home late, you know what I mean? His mom be like, where were you at, Jesus? And he's like, you don't know me, you virgin bitch. He just levitates up the stairs. He's like, I hate it here. If I was reading that Bible, I was like, I with Jesus. I know who this dude is. I get it, man. I don't know. But my moral guidance really comes from my mom, because I feel like she raised me. I was raised by a single mom, you know? Anybody raised by a single mom? Nice, nice. Did you get the sex talk from your single mom? No, and that's good. It's good. If you're a single mom in here tonight, skip the sex talk, all right? It always goes left, because what happens is it starts off with good intentions, right? But then you kind of just find out what your mom's into. Like, it always makes that turn, dog. Like, it always... She sits you down, you know, my mom started with good intentions, you know, and she was like, yeah, you know, make sure everybody's comfortable, make sure everybody knows what's about to happen, make sure there's consent, make sure the vibe is there, you know. Also, protect yourself. Always use protection, make sure they have protection. And also, you don't gotta be f***ing like a jackrabbit all the goddamn time. You don't gotta be doing all these hard, fast, little strokes. Slow stroke a bitch every now and then, you know? Caress her hair, look her in her eyes, let her know you're there. And I was just like, I am 9 years old. I don't know what the is happening. You know? Then from the back of our apartment, I just hear a dude like, I get it, Sherry, I got a lot to work on. God damn, you know? I was like, oh, this ain't about me, this is about you and Craig. I see what's happening, you know? You guys have been great. My name's Ethan, thank you.
I am from Hawaii. Where my Hawaiians at? No, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. Never Hawaiians in the house. I don't know what it is. Yeah. My dad still lives out there. He's like, he's a pretty right-wing dude, but he doesn't like adjust his politics for Hawaii. Like, he still thinks like mainland shit matters out there, you know? He'll like call me up. He's like, we gotta do something about the border, man. I'm like, you live in Maui, brother. I think you're good over there. The Hawaii-Mexico border actually pretty solid. There's a mode, it's like 2,000 miles long. You're gonna be okay, I think, dude. I'm honestly like, I think if Mexican makes it to Hawaii, that guy could stay in America, right? That dude's earned it, as far as I'm concerned. You can skip the memorizing the president's test or whatever. He's just out there stand-up paddling, like, San Diego's gotta be close, dude. Where the hell am I? I think I passed it. Took a left. Yeah. I was just home recently, dude. It was nice. It's nice to be home. I saw ice when I was out there, though. I'm not talking about meth. I'm talking about, like, the American secret police. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was wild. It's jarring, you know? Fascism is a lot less scary with a tropical backdrop. I don't know if you guys know. I saw a family getting separated. I'm like, it still looks pretty nice, though. It's nice outside. There's nothing scary about Hawaiian ice, right? That doesn't sound... Sounds like a discontinued Mountain Dew flavor, right? It doesn't sound like a scary police thing. Yeah, man. I live out in LA now, though. It's good. I like LA. It's fun. I wish I spoke Spanish. I don't speak any Spanish. I feel like that would help my experience in Southern California, you know? I took Japanese in high school. Yeah, that is funny. That's a dumb language. If you live in America, there's not a lot of Japanese speakers. Even at the Japanese restaurants, they speak Spanish. You know what I mean? It's not very good. I had two options in high school. It was Spanish or Japanese, and my dad was like, take Japanese, it's the language of business. Yeah. Kind of presumptuous to think I'd be doing business with a Japanese guy, right? That's like That's some high-level business, right? Japanese guy business? That's the major leagues, dude. I'm not doing... I should have learned business. That'd have been better for business, right? Not kind of speaking Japanese a little bit. That's not gonna help. I don't know, dude. I sold weed in high school. You know what I mean? Japanese businessman was never in the cards, I think, for me. That wasn't supposed to happen. You know, it's funny. You know what the language of business is selling weed? Spanish. That's right. Got it wrong. 50-50 shot. I whiffed that one, dude. That was... My buddy be like, hey, fool, you want to buy an ounce? I'm like, hey, sosimas. Doesn't work, dude. Doesn't work. Not a good drug deal language, you know? It's also just a hard language to learn, too. You do like 4 years of high school Japanese, you can talk like a third grader. Yeah. That's not good for business. Talking like you're 8 years old. That's my big plan. I go to Japan, like, what's your company appraised at? I'm like, this many. Why is this contract in crayon? You're like, get out of here. Don't worry about it. I got a meeting at the ball pit in an hour, all right? I gotta get out of here. What are we doing? Yeah, man. Speaking of Japanese, they say they just got a new Karate Kid. You guys see that? There's a new Karate Kid out, yeah. One guy saw it. I like that, dude. That sounds about right. And he's Asian. They got an Asian Karate Kid. I was like, that's kind of f***ed up. You know? You can't make the Karate Kid Asian. Because then, like, Karate Kid just sounds like a slur, you know what I mean? Hey, look at that Karate Kid. Like, whoa, dude, chill out. Let him do karate. You don't have to call him names. What the hell's wrong with you? It's messed up. That's a person of karate, okay? That's what that is. Leave your names at home, dude. They never say it the whole movie. Like, that's the kid that does karate. I don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, man. I like living in LA, though, dude. It's good. I live in a pretty crime-ridden part of LA called Anywhere in LA. It's good. I like it. I enjoy when crime goes up. Big fan of when crime goes up. Crime goes up, that's when I get away with my lesser crimes. Know what I mean? I'm like, 3 murders this weekend. Yeah, I could park here. I'm gonna be okay, I think, dude. I gotta leave this. Sign says 20-minute parking. The murder rate says I can leave this overnight, dude. I'm parking right here. I'm good. Yeah, it's nice to get to travel for this, man. Love being here. I was just in the South. I like it down there. They're fun, you know? Everyone's worried about drag shows down there, though. I thought that was weird. They're like, if my kid sees a drag show, they're gonna be gay. I'm like, I think your kid's just f***ing gay, dog. It's not the show, it's your gay son. That's what it is. Don't blame the show, right? It's f***ing stupid, you know? I don't know, because kids question stuff, you know? They're always like taking information and, you know, analyzing it, you know? I was Catholic my whole life, right? Week after week after week, no matter what, we went to church. I grew up, didn't make me Catholic. You know what I mean? If anything, if you want your kids to be gay, treat it like church. Take them to every drag show you can make them go to. Just wake them up in the middle of the night, like, get up, motherfucker, time to go to the drag show, we gotta go. We're late, put that wig on, we gotta get out of here. They're already singing Dancing Queen, we're dude, bud. Just make it terrible, they won't wanna do it when they get older, you know what I mean? They grow up, their friends are like, you wanna go to a drag show? They're like, that's kind of my parents' thing, man, not really that stuff. I just go for my mom, that's why I go to drag shows. Twice a year, Easter, Christmas. All right, you guys have been a lot of fun, thank you very much.
I'm glad to be here. As some of y'all can tell, I'm from nowhere close to this place. I sound like a damn bowl of gravy up here right now, I know. Actually, y'all probably like that shit, now that I think about it. We are at the home of a bowl of gravy. I'm excited to be here. Never been out of the country, never been to Montreal. grew up on a farm in Harvest, Alabama, so this is a really cool experience. When I first told my parents I was coming here, my dad immediately said, "Can you bring me back some of that steak seasoning, that we put on it?" And that was like the most redneck shit I've ever heard in my life. But yeah, I'm glad to be here. I got some fun news. About a month ago, I got engaged, so that's exciting. Yeah. The engagement was interesting, you shouldn't buy the ring too far ahead of time. I bought it 6 months before we got engaged, and that's too much power for one man. I'm serious, it can get weird, I didn't have an exact date that I wanted to do it on, so we were just kind of hanging out, and it got weird. We'd be in the kitchen, and she'd get kind of sarcastic, and I would think, well, not tonight for sure, tonight's not the night for sure, You got to act like you want it, Alyssa, you do. It was either this ring or a sea-doo, and right now I wish I was... So that's been interesting. I enjoy being engaged, She's already ready to start planning getting married, which I thought we would wait 5 or 6 years for that too, so we're figuring it out. I moved from Alabama to Colorado 8 years ago to experience real-time travel. It's been a wild ride. Hipsters are what I met for the first time, and they're very nice people. They roll their jeans up, they recycle. I like them. But they're just into different stuff than me, like they love bicycles. Where I'm from, bicycles are a consequence for driving shit-faced. Yeah, like we worry our whole lives we might end up on a Huffy one day, That's scary as hell to us. But no, not where I live. There's people making $300,000 a year pedaling uphill. I'm like, you're a dumb Doug. You don't have to save the planet with a bicycle. We got cars you can plug in the coffee makers, I saw a guy in Colorado start his Tesla with a good attitude and a crystal, okay? We don't, it's just a different time. The things that they're into are different. They love rock climbing, That seems like a cry for help to me. You're so sad you got to almost die to feel something? That's a wild ride to be on. All I got to do is run some errands, watch the news. I'm sitting on my sofa. I'm barely hanging on, And they love asking guys like me. They're like, "Hey, you climb, bro? You climb, bro?" It's like, I don't climb, man. You can see my nipples through my t-shirt, man. I don't climb. Your name's River. My name's Derek. We're different, Speaking of nipples, I don't know why they took away titty twisters, to be honest with you. Y'all remember that in the 90s? You had to keep your head on a swivel or you'd lose one, I feel like it helped tighten up this younger generation. Because some of y'all remember, if you're over the age of 30, you remember you'd just be cruising through Mama's house and one of your cousins just lights your ass up one time. It's like, "What are you doing this?" And then they say something like jumper cables, and now they got you, you're up there. You're like, "I can't feel my balls, Chris." I just think maybe we can tighten up this younger generation, keep them on their toes. Next time your nephew's being a rascal, get him one, And you'll see that fear in his eyes, and that's when you go, "Hey, I don't know when I'm gonna let go either, And right there in that moment, you're gonna watch that young man grow, Because now we've got a real situation, Ran out of breath. We're at sea level. That's embarrassing, I'm serious. When you're on top of a mountain, you go, "Hey, everybody, it's the altitude. I'm breathing through my tits." But down here, I gained 20 pounds during the quarantine because I got into crock pots real heavy. I'm serious. We've all f***ed around with a crock pot or two, but I bought a power strip. I started running 5 or 6 at a time. I couldn't believe that they invented something you could forget about and absolutely nail. I go upstairs, hit the bong, jack off, come down. The carrots are perfect. It's crazy. I should have jacked off twice. Who knows how good they could have been. I just panicked. I was like, I'm serious. Some of y'all, we got an older crowd. Y'all know a crock pot. Come on, I see you. You've ran one for sure. I love them. Having ADHD as an adult, crock pots are lights out. I'll prove. It's the only thing they've ever created where you forget about. People come over, they're like, "What did you do to these beans?" I'm like, "I forgot about them." And they're perfect. 13 hours on low. There's things I'm trying to get used to, you know? Hipsters have made things popular I never saw coming. Growing up in the country, you know. Carhartt's a mainstream brand now. That blows my mind. Growing up in Alabama, we wore Carhartt forever. I mean, I never put Carhartt on in high school and thought, man, the women are in trouble today, you know? And now it's popular. You remember 6 years ago, if somebody was wearing Carhartt, you could tell a lot about them. You were like, they struggle with math, eat a lot of deer meat, you know? Now it's changed, you know? Same thing with the brand Champion. I grew up in the 90s. I remember what Champion was, and it was hot garbage. It was Kmart's flagship brand. And now everybody's wearing it. It's $100 for a sweatshirt. And listen, if you're under the age of 25, you're not gonna get this Champion, okay? So I'll break it down for you, Skylar. I'll tell you the truth. If you were wearing Champion in 1996, it meant that you had wheels under your living room, okay? It's just the truth. Take it from me. I mean, all these things they made popular, it's mind-blowing. Fanny packs. Fanny packs tried to make a run in the late 90s. It didn't go great. In 1999, if you were wearing a fanny pack, somebody'd skateboard up to you and punch you right in the fucking mouth. And now, if you got on a dating app tonight, you put on a Champion sweatshirt, a Carhartt beanie, strapped on a fanny pack, you'd end up in an orgy, you idiot. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you.
It's nice to be here, man. Glad that cigarettes are still alive and well somewhere. You guys are smoking. I just got back from New York. Just like to leave some room for people to cheer sometimes. It's good. I live in LA. I've been flying back and forth a lot from New York. You know what's good news about that, flying back and forth, is that we've been landing. We're back. Planes are landing again. Isn't that nice? Got hot there for a second, dude. Every time you opened your phone, they were like, plane crash. You're like, oh, okay. Whoa, I've been taking Spirit too. It, live a little bit, you know? Why not, dude? Live a little bit. Who cares? It's nice. I didn't know that was possible. LA to New York on Spirit. Not like I didn't know that flight was available. I just didn't know technology had taken us that far into the future. You know? First time, I almost wanted to pull the pilot aside and be like, hey, dude, you could set this bitch down in Kansas City, let it cool off, we'll get back on the road in no time. There is no one to impress. We're good, dude. It's nice, though, dude. Spirit's reliable. It's the only American major airline that's never had a crash. Yeah, now who's too good, huh? Look at us. It's reliable, dude. It's up there, pilot's up there, no power steering, in a lawn chair, just... It's like the 88 Honda of the sky, dude. It gets you where you need to go. It's cool, though, dude. You shouldn't be afraid to fly Spirit, not of the crashing part. The only thing that should scare you is the idea of you having a medical emergency on the flight. Because, no one's coming, you know? They're gonna ask, with a straight face, they're gonna go, is there a doctor on board? And if anybody says yes, you better be with it enough to be like, don't touch me. I know you're a chiropractor, you better get your hands off me right now. Get the hell back to 151F where you belong. What is cracking my back gonna do in this situation? I love New York, man, it's very fun. It makes me laugh every time that I'm on the subway there, and they still have signs that say, see something, say something. Remember that? That was big. After 9/11, they were like, it's all of us, you know? I just feel like it's outdated language from a better time, where you weren't really seeing as much, you know? Because I'll tell you this, I live in West Hollywood, California, and I love it. I truly love living there, but also, in 2025, in the gayest neighborhood in America, as far as see something, say something goes, I'm seeing shit. And a lot of it is worth saying something, it really is. And if I had to say something every time I saw something, I don't think I'd get a lot of other stuff done, you know? I do, man. I live in West Hollywood. I live in a part of West Hollywood, California called Boys Town. And if you don't know what that is, it is whatever you're thinking right now. That's exactly what it is. And it's great. I'm a straight guy, but I like to get out there and mix it up with my boys, you know? It's fun. I grew up around a lot of gay people, mostly lesbians. If you can't tell by how I look, dress, talk, and act. I'm talking real lesbians, too. Softball. I know multiple people who are in the Hall of Fame for softball, you know? I'm talking real deal, not like I'm confused and I like the Deftones kind of, you know? Dude, I hate when people talk badly about lesbians. It makes me crazy. They're the leader of, like, the whole thing, you know? They're the L. In the Jibitity, you know, the whole thing. Even, like, funny, because they're also gay, but even gay guys are like, hey, we'll go second, put them in front. We'll figure out whatever they do, we'll do that.
I do hate it, man. I hate when people talk bad about lesbians. Like, because during the LA fires, the top 3 fire officials in LA were 3 lesbians. And a lot of conservatives online were posting their picture and be like, there it is. I knew it. The fire's happening because y'all are gay. I knew it. It's crazy, man. If you're talking badly about lesbian firefighters, that means you don't want there to be female firefighters. Because I don't know about you, but if I was getting saved in a fire, I'd be very happy if the woman who was saving me kicked the door in half and was like, I'm dead, it's time to go! Come on! Puts you on your shoulder, has a bandolier of softballs that she's throwing through the doors on the way out. That would make me happy, man. I do live in Los Angeles. I'm in the entertainment industry, if you can't tell. Never went to a Diddy party. Was also never invited, but that's besides the point, I feel like. I don't know, I'm kind of glad I didn't. It wouldn't have been fun for a regular person to be at that party. Would have felt like a middle school dance where you're against the wall being like, nobody wants to freak off with me. I think the unsung heroes of the entire Diddy situation are the people that had to count all his stuff. Remember that every day on the news, they were like, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil. You're like, oh my God. That number always got me, over 1,000. That means some guy had to count to 1,000 and he was just like, I'm done. That's 1,000. There's a whole nother room. This is getting slippery and I'm done. I'll tell you that. They were like 784 dildos. And you're like, oh. I don't know if you've ever had to count that high, but it sucks. Everybody knows that guy was interrupted at least one time, you know? At a certain point, you had to clear the table and be like, 1 dildo, 2 dildo, 3 dildo, 4 dildo. Yeah, dude. I live with my lady. Things have been going pretty good. We just got new neighbors, though. Hot couple, straight couple, hot. Makes me self-conscious. I hear them, and they get it on, you know? I got thin walls, too. I've had people say bless you to me in my apartment when I sneeze, you know? I hear them. They have loud sex, man. Long, hard. Sounds good, honestly, too. I just hear it, and I'm like, damn, I don't do it like that, you know? I thought I was doing it like that, shit. Like, maybe I'll go ask him what he's doing, you know? Knock on his door, be like, hey, dude, 9:30 last night. What was that? Can you show me that? I'm on his ottoman. Like, dude, we're neighbors. We gotta help each other out. I was thinking about it, though, and I was like, me and my lady, we have a very normal sex life, but I feel like things change because we have dogs. I feel like that changes your energy, you know? So if we're doing anything, all anybody hears is me going, hey! Hey, who's in the trash? Get out of the trash! No, get off the bed! No, don't lick my foot! Get it, don't stop! Don't look at me! I was thinking about that, too, and I was like, you know, I'm actually probably making him self-conscious over there. He's probably on the other side of the wall being like, I don't do it like that, dude. I thought I was doing it like that. Maybe I'm gonna go ask him what he's doing over there, dude. I appreciate you guys. My name is Bruce Gray. Thank you.